Hi everybody, I'm Linda and welcome to LindaFit Pilates. Well, today we're going to talk a little bit about how we use the abdominal and spinal muscles together to support the spine. So, especially when we are doing some of our Pilates moves, we may find that when we're on our stomach doing extension, we may feel that, oh, this bothers my lower back, and then we say, I don't like doing extension. It's not good for my back. Well, of course, if you have pre-existing issues, you should always make sure that you have doctor's clearance, right? That if you've had an injury, you're working with a therapist. But assume that you're relatively healthy, but you find, when I do those exercises, I have discomfort. Maybe we can help you a little bit today with some tips. So let's just take a look at the spine. Now, here's my spine, my vertebral column. When I flex my spine, or round forward, my abdominals shorten in the front and my spinal muscles are lengthening in the back. When I have my spine lying down or from a prone position, right, and I extend my spine, my back muscles are working or shortening and my abdominal muscles are lengthening. So what really happens when we're doing either an extension work or a flexion work, we're really using both sides of the spine, and especially when we're doing extension, because in extension we have more limited range before the bones of the spinous processes hit each other, and you're literally bone on bone, and that can be painful. So we want to make sure that we have a nice co-contraction of the abdominal and spinal muscles. So when I'm lying on my back, you'll often hear your teacher say, pull your abs in and lengthen your spine, right? So when you pull your abs in and you lengthen your spine, and then you slowly peel your head, neck, and chest, well, your abs are shortening in the front, but those back muscles are also giving us a little bit of resistance in the back, especially as we elongate first to curl up. We don't just crunch forward. Now, when we're on our stomach, it's the same thing. We pull those abs in first, and then we lengthen, and then as we lengthen and extend the upper spine, middle spine, lower spine, those abs pulling in the front will help prevent this caving in of that lower back, right? So they help check the level of extension, right? So we use one side of the spine to check the other spine, so to speak. And when we do exercises like a plank, right, where we're in neutral spine, maybe balancing off our forearms, we're actually co-contracting the front and the back to stabilize the spine in the position that we've chosen to be in, which would be ideally neutral for our plank works. Okay, so let's just take a quick look here. I'm going to come onto my back and pull my belly muscles in. And I'm first going to lengthen my spine and pull the navel in so that I'm not lying here just passively. My spine already feels like it's extending from head to tail, and my abdomen is pulling in the front. Then as I curl up, I lengthen and reach my head back, and I slowly curl the head, the neck, the chest, so I don't just crunch forward. It's very slow so that my back muscles are checking, right, how fast I move into flexion, and then I stop here pulling the belly in, and I hold using all the muscles to hold me isometrically, and then I slowly come down. And this is why we don't just crunch without paying attention to how we move the entire spine. Now when I come onto the stomach, it's going to be the same thing, right? I don't just lift up into extension, right, fast. I want to, again, engage my abdominals, which, again, at the deepest level, wrap all the way around my trunk like a little belt, and work with the deep back muscles, the multifidi, to create that little corset. And then I'm going to slowly lengthen and peel my head, neck, and my chest. And as my spinal muscles or back extensors engage to peel me up, the abdominals are still pulling in to protect my lower back. And then I come down. And again, the lengthening is so important on the stomach because remember, our spinous processes will hit each other sooner if I don't lengthen. So I want to gaze and lengthen, get as tall as I can between the head and tail. And as I peel the head, the neck, the chest, I pull the belly in and I lengthen into the extension. My hip points are still on the floor. My abs are still pulled in. and my spinal muscles are still working. And then I slowly, slowly lower down, and I take a child's pose. Whew, and we stretch the back. So those are two examples of how we use the abdominals and spinal muscles together, which is why the movement is always first a lengthening, so we get as neutral as we can in our spine. And when we slowly peel off the mat, we're using one side of the spine. So in extension, we're using the back muscles, but the abdominals are pulling in to protect that lower back, preventing hyperextension. And that is very important so that you do your extension exercises as much as you do your flexion exercises, right? And you can do them comfortably and build a strong, healthy spine. Strong, healthy spine is so important because it's going to open the front body and help improve your standing posture. Okay, the more you know, the better you will move. And I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. If you are interested in learning more, please visit me on LindaFit.com, where you can work out with me anywhere. I have 10-minute, 20-minute, 30, 60-minute workouts. I have Pilates, sculpt, bar, yoga, cardio, you name it, I have a workout for you, and tutorials like this one. So I hope to see you on LindaFit.com real soon. Thank you.